Hello everyone and welcome back to Senior Cat Wellness. I'd like to start today's video off with a question. Have you ever seen your cat approach something, perhaps a glass on the table, look straight at you, right in your eyes, and then just push it off the edge of the table like they're the boss of the entire universe and certainly the boss of your home? Yeah, you're not imagining things. Cats do that kind of thing all the time, and they do it even more if they're given the opportunity, and it's one of the most confusing and, let's be honest, sometimes hilarious behaviors that felines do have. But as funny, or as annoying as it could be, it actually has some fascinating reasons behind it. So, why do cats, knock stuff off the table? We'll start things off with the most basic of basics, and it's just sheer curiosity. If I touch that, what'll happen, right? Sounds like a child, perhaps, when you touch the stove, as a kid, you'll do it once, you won't do it again, but curiosity, well, that'll cause the one time to happen, right? Cats are naturally curious creatures. They explore their world not just with their eyes and ears, but of course with their paws. And unlike humans who might pick up something to feel its weight or its texture, cats tap things to see how the object will react. Does it move? Does it make a sound? Is it alive? Is it a creature? Is it a monster? Is it a toy? When they push something and it falls to the ground, that's new sensory information, and it can be exciting or even satisfying for old Garfield. Think of it as their version of an experiment. Push this over, see what happens, and then if I like that, I might do it again. If I don't like it, I won't. Now let's talk about those hunting instincts with relation to today's topic. Even the cuddliest indoor cat has very much ancient instinct. In the wild, a cat might paw or tap on a small creature, even a tree perhaps, touch a bug a little bit, tap a rodent on the top of the head just to see if it moves, or if it plays dead or tries to escape. This motion tells them whether something is prey. So when your cat, knocks your ink pen or your salt shaker off the table, off a desk, they could be testing the same way they would test prey out in the wild. Sure, your pen doesn't run away, but your cat, the motion and the reaction might mimic a tiny animal's movement or attempt to escape. Next up, and this one probably, I would say, rings true maybe more times than not, depending on what's going on in the home environment for your feline. Let's talk about boredom, right? Your cat's at home alone for a good chunk of the day. They're just not getting enough stimulation. They'll start looking for ways to entertain themselves. And what's better than just knocking some stuff over, right? That's interactive, that's entertainment. There's movement and noise and maybe even some reaction from their human if they come running from another room to hear what that smash to the kitchen floor was. That brings us to our next reason. As you walk in to find that glass shattered everywhere or a ceramic figure, whatever it might be that they've knocked off the table, well, attention seeking. Your cat could be doing it because they certainly know something like that will get your attention and get a response. If you've ever come running into the room after hearing that loud crash, chances are your cat's figured all this out, that their behavior, knocking things off, well, it gets them attention, even if it's negative attention, like scolding them or putting the object back up in its place. It still means that you're interacting with them on some level, sometimes a major level. And cats, well, they want that attention. They might also associate the sound of your reaction with food, perhaps. If hey, I'll give you some treats if you don't knock that pepper shaker over again. Especially if they knock something off that leads you to stopping everything that you're doing just to feed them or engage with them. They do this enough time and they remember your reactions, that association. Unless it was something really bad, unless you acted in a completely superior negative way, they might do it again just to get that interaction to return to them. Another reason, here again, a little bit more obvious, they do it because they can. Once again, sounds like children when dealing with certain things. Cats have very much control, let's call it, over their paws. They can make little tiny delicate movements, little taps with their paws, or they can just swipe something with force. You've seen a cat slap, perhaps. Your cat had the zoomies and got a little testy with you and tried to slap you with their paws. We all know how they can go from that little tap, tap, tap to swinging like they're Babe Ruth, right? Sometimes when an object is, say it's already placed near the edge of a table, it's just too obvious. Oh, can't stop. It's just so tempting. It's like a challenge not to knock it off, right? And cats love that challenge. Little bottle on the edge of the table or the shelf, it's just begging for it, right? Begging to be tested. It's not that they're doing it to be mean or to make you mad. It's just, oh, that's just what I do. The instincts are too strong. But what if your cat is doing all of this on the regular, like it's a daily thing, perhaps once every 2 or 3 hours? What's going on there? In this case, it could be a sign that your pet needs a lot more stimulation and positive enrichment. Felines need to play, mental and physical play, if you will. If their day is just sleeping and eating and staring at the wall and rinse and repeat, right? They'll create their own games, and knocking things over, that's a game for them. So, to counteract, provide more toys, more climbing areas, maybe a scratching post, a cat tree, interactive feeders, perhaps flowing water, a flowing water fountain, even daily play sessions one-on-one with you. Anything to redirect that energy in a positive way, and certainly a way that will be fitting of your home environment. So, now that we understand why they do it, what can you actually do about it? Well, if you don't want your cat to be the chaos manager of your home, here are a few tips. Remove that temptation. Any temptation. If you see that salt shaker on the edge of that table and your cat likes to get on that table, take that salt shaker, place it somewhere else. Keep fragile and valuable items away from the edges of tables and shelves. It's not foolproof, but hey, if it's not there, they can't knock something off that's not there, right? Second, offer positive alternatives. Toys, when they want to. If they want to bat something or tap something, give them something that you certainly approve of. Balls and toys and bells and maybe puzzle feeders that can redirect their attention into something positive. And third, give them their own little space. Enrich their little nesting area, their play area, even their sleep area. Here again, cat trees, positive, perches to look out a window. Let them watch a bird in the backyard. It certainly beats knocking over a cookie jar, right? Window perches that they can explore. Cats love elevation and new vantage points. It gives them something to do besides all the things that you don't want them to do. And last, don't reinforce the negative behavior with big negative reactions. If your cat learns that swatting a bottle or something off the table gets them a dramatic response, unless it's a super negative response, now, here again, what's your definition of negative, right? But if it's not too bad for them, if they don't view it as threatening, they're more likely to repeat it in the future. So, if it happens, stay calm. Ignore it. Basically, ignore them. Clean up the mess, but just act like they're not there. If they don't feel they're getting anything positive out of this, then they won't do it again. Cats, if they're not getting the reaction they want, it won't be worth their time. Ultimately, knocking things over, knocking things off table is unfortunately a bit of normal behavior for a cat. It's that mix of curiosity and instinct, of course, attention-seeking, and a bit of play and entertainment. And even if it sometimes drives us up a wall, it's part of what makes a cat a cat. So the next time your cat stares you down and sends some flying and just looking at you to see what you're going to do about it, just remember, they're not being bad. They don't dislike you. At the root of it, it's just a cat being a cat. To the wonderful audience of Senior Cat Wellness, did your cat knock something over in the time it took to finish this video, to watch this video? Any personal stories to share, and glasses and dishes that they wish that they could tell us what happened when the cat took the paw to them, right? That comment section, as always, of course, it's all yours. If you did enjoy this video, and I hope you did, please give the video a like and share it out and subscribe to Senior Cat Wellness if you do feel so inclined. And until next time, we will talk to you later.